your 90% market watch for this week. This is my 21st market watch video, folks. I do this every single week. I shop for you so you don't have to. So please like, share, and subscribe to get this information out. I think this week you're going to be quite surprised of who has it at what price. Let's just get into the video right now. We're going to start with JM Bullion, one of the highest prices out there. We're just going to go with it. The H stands for Franklin halves. The Q stands for Washington silver quarters. And the D stands for Roosevelt silver dimes. Price as follows at JM. The halves were $261.90 per $10 face. Same price with the quarters, folks. $261.90 per $10 face. They were still out of Roosevelt silver dimes. Their breakdown this week was $13.09 per half dollar. Their quarters were very high at $6.54 each. Again, there was no dimes there, so that price was unavailable as again this week. We're going to go to our friends at APMEX. APMEX had Franklin halves at $231.37 per $10 face. Washington silver quarters was $231.37 per $10 face. And the Roosevelt silver dimes was $119.27 for $5 face. Their breakdown at APMEX was $11.56 each for the Franklin halves, $5.78 each for the Washington silver quarters, and the Roosevelt silver dimes. They were asking $2.38 each. Our friends at HD Bullion this week, their Franklin halves per $10 face was $241.58. Their Washington silver quarters was $2.38 on the nose. And their Roosevelt silver dimes was $127.94 per $5 face. Their breakdown was $12.07 each for the Franklin halves, $5.95 each for the Washington silver quarters. Their Roosevelt silver dimes came in at $2.55 each per silver dime. Our friends at Pinbacks. Pinbacks didn't have a bad price across the board, but Pinbacks did get beat on a couple of these. Pinbacks came in at $229.40 for $10 face for Franklin halves. Their Washington silver quarters was $229.10 per $10 face. And their Roosevelt silver dimes was $112.80. I will note, Pinbacks had the best price on silver dimes this week. We'll see why in a moment. But their breakdown was for the halves was $11.47 each for the Franklin halves. Their Washington silver quarters was $5.72 each. And their Roosevelt silver dimes was $2.25 each. Our friends at Hero Bullion, Franklin halves. Remember, we reported last week that they had a deal on their Franklin halves. They sold out of them, folks. They're gone. They're hasta la vista. They are out right now, so there was no information on that. Their Washington silver quarters was $229.70, and their Roosevelt silver dimes was $116.25. So their breakdown as of today, Franklin halves, no price available, of course. Their Washington silver quarters was $5.74 each, and their Roosevelt silver dimes was $2.32 each. How about our friends at Monument Metals? Monument Metals, their Franklin halves was $223.58 per $10 face. Their Washington silver quarters was $224.65 per $10 face. And their Roosevelt silver dimes, please note this one. They were out of Roosevelt silver dimes as of this week. So Monument Metals had your best prices for your Franklin halves and your Washington silver quarters. Your best price this week for Roosevelt silver dimes happens to be at Pinbacks. That's not Pinbacks. Let's go back up one more. At $225 each. So there's your best prices this week. So we got to give a shout out to Monument Metals and Pinbacks this week for having the best prices. Their breakdown at Monument Metals for Franklin's was $11.18 each, which is not a bad price, to be honest with you. And their Washington silver quarters was $5 $12.61 the breakdown. Again, they didn't have any Roosevelt silver dimes this week, so there was no price available on that. Look, I don't do this to hop on any Bullion dealer at all. I'm doing this to help you folks out. I do the shopping every single week. It takes time to go to each website and break it down for you, do the math, which I don't mind doing for you folks at all, because it seems to be working somewhat when I'm telling you guys where the best prices are, especially online. Yes, your local coin shows, your local coin shops might even have a better price. This is why every single week, when you're out there buying, you have to shop around. You just have to find yourself the best price every single time, because you know, you can't rely on one place to have the best price every single time. Before we get into the melt values, though, I'd like to give my friend over Sobriety in Silver YouTube channel. He is growing pretty fast, folks. So if you've not yet checked him out or not yet subscribed to him, please give him a chance. He is working his rear end off and trying to help people with silver and gold. You know, he's kind of new into the game. He's only been stacking since July of 2024. But he's got some good information, especially if you had a problem with alcohol or drugs. You know, he does that more on his channel. So, you know, he's reached out to me several times. I finally opened up and said, yeah, I will get your word out on your channel. You know, this is why my email is an open invitation to anybody who has questions about silver, gold, or platinum. Please reach out to me, folks, because I'm willing to help anybody out there who's willing to learn about silver, gold, or platinum. Silver and gold are not my strong points, okay? I'm going to be perfectly honest there. Silver, I love silver. I love some of the mining stocks. I've told you guys I own 2 mining stocks. I'm going to let you guys know again. First Mining Gold and Silver Mountain are my 2 biggest holders. When it comes to mining stocks, real quick, you got to do your due diligence with that. Meaning, does the company themselves buy their own stock? Do they have their own money into it? These 2 companies, they do. Not financial advice. All right? I'm not saying go dump money into these stocks. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying that's what I look for, and that's just one of the biggest things that I look for. Do they have their own money into the company? And both of these companies, an answer yes, in my opinion. So with that being said, all stocks are risky, 100%. All stocks can go to zero. Yes, that could very well happen. And these 2 stocks, I don't think that's going to happen because they got so much of their own money into their own company. That is what I do believe. Now let's get into the melt values of your coins this week. And again, is this melt value only, meaning the silver content in the coins. So your 35% war nickels, this week, they're melting for $1.67 each. Your silver dimes are melting for $2.15. Now look, Pinbacks is only selling for a dime over melt value. That is huge right now. Pinbacks has a really good buy on silver dimes this week. So if you're looking for silver dimes, maybe that's where you need to go to, is, you know, get them over at Pinbacks, because that's going to be even hard to beat at a lot of coin shops, at a lot of coin shows. And that's really going to be hard to beat, because that's what normally what I pay on eBay, about 10 cents, you know, 12 cents, 15 cents over the melt value when it comes to buying on eBay. Not saying you can't find them a little bit cheaper than the melt at your local coin shops, your local coin shows. Yes, you can. But if you want dimes quickly, there's your best price this week, folks. And I'll digress with that one. Your silver quarters are melting for $5.37 each this week. Your 90% half dollars are melting for $10.74. We're starting to trickle up a little bit here. Your 40% halves are melting for $4.39. Yeah, I know some people don't like the 40% silver halves. That's all fine and dandy, but my thinking is on the 40% silver halves. When the dollar goes to crap, you're going to wish you had some. And that is my plan right there. People are going to know what 40% is very, very fast. When the dollar does collapse, it's going to be too late for a lot of people. And the silver and gold price will go up in value, but it may not be backed by the dollar value. It's going to be done in trade, folks. You know, we have to look back in history, and silver and gold has always been worth something. You know, we have to keep that in mind as well. So, yeah, I'm stacking them when I see a good deal. Yes, I bought some at $4.50. I bought some at $4.50. I bought some at $4.60. I bought some at $4. I bought some at $3.75. Cost average. If you can get them less than melt. I'm not picking them up unless I can get them for less than melt. So I'll tell you that right now. I mean, I'm just being perfectly honest with you. When I see a deal on eBay and they're less than melt, and it could be just 3 or 4 cents, even if there's shipping involved, add all that together. If you can get them for less than melt, even with shipping, why not do that as part of your stack? You don't have to stack a lot of them. You know, you can put them in a canvas bag, stick them underneath your bed, and kind of forget about them. They don't really have to be in a safe, or, you know, if you live in a pretty good location, they don't have to be locked up or key, you know, because they are 40%. But if you start getting a lot of them, yeah, you might want to get yourself a canvas bag and just put them somewhere and hide them somewhere in the house. And nobody's going to know they're in there besides you. You know, put them with your Christmas decorations. You start getting a little bit, you know, have a little bit of a coffee can on the side. You start getting that half filled, dump that in your canvas bag. You know, put it with your Christmas decorations, whatever the case may be. That way you know where your stuff is at. And that's just my opinion there on the 40% silver halves. Let me end with the Morgan and Peace dollars. Again, this is just melt value only. I'm not talking numismatic value or anything like that. I'm just talking about the silver content. They're melting for $22.96. So we're pushing $23 back on the Peace and Morgan dollar for silver content as we speak. So we will see what happens on Monday, where the price is going to go. I think we're going to see a big uptick in 2025. Don't make any financial decisions based on what I'm telling you in this video. I just want to be honest, transparent with you folks as best as I can be. If you folks have questions for me, again, my email's in the description of every single video. If you would like to make a donation, there are 2 ways to do that as well. You can send a super thanks in any single video within the comment section. There'll be a little $sign along with the heart. You can send it that way, or you can PayPal me, and my PayPal link is always in the description of every single video as well. I thank you all folks for watching. I will have another video out this afternoon letting you guys know why I didn't put out a video yesterday and what happened at the coin shop. I think you guys will get a kick out of that video later this afternoon. Thank you all for watching. Coin Shop Chris is out.